Rating 75, 1400 metres to start us away at Trentham. Nice to have you with us here on the first caller. Plus, in memory of Lynn Stent Handicap. This is on the heavy track there and all bar two in single figures here, Jason Tunn. Your thoughts on the market?
Tough race, even market, not straightforward.
Speed math, Aidan.
Have a look at it here, and we did see Love to Keep him go forward at the trials and lead up. I expect similar tactics to be utilised here. Miss Lizzie go hits forward, Rene and Finn with speed as well. It's not a bad little race this, so just the intent of jockeys will be all important.
Go on, stand us one out, Aidan.
Okay, Love to Keep him.
Just one.
I was pretty keen on the trial. Positive ride that day, has won 5 of 31, comes in fresh with 59, which isn't going to be easy, especially if Trentham is really testing. We'll get a line on that through the first 7 races on the program, but there was enough in that trial to say Love to Keep him in, and Lisa Allpress does have a really strong book this weekend, so I'm just sticking with that.
What are your thoughts, the 1400 metres? Because I sort of looked at that trial and thought, gee, he looks to have come up really well, and he's got an excellent record on heavy track, but like, is it too short for him? Is it going to be too soon for him to really be showing that?
Not on a heavy 11 at Trentham. The way it sounds like it's going to be playing, I think 1400 metres will be
last horse standing stuff.
Well, it could well be. I think it'll play a little bit longer, and that's the thing. The horse will be fresh and vulnerable with 59, so it could be quite a taxing 1400. So. It's not a bad little race, this. It's a good, and you can see that from the bookmakers market. You know, they're finding it pretty hard to price.
I've asked you the question about Love to Keep, and the horse that I thought was in good form is Brother One. Brother One's had 11 starts over the 1400 metres for 0, but I really like the second last start behind Perfect Harmony, and again comes in with a nice apprentice claim. But he's rising 9. He's only won the 3, but I thought maybe that he could be an each-way spec, but
he was pretty good in open company. He had 2 starts back, and I know the talk after last week, or even leading into last week's race, was that he's more of a Wanganui specialist. But that Trentham run 2 starts back says that he's a factor in the race.
Okay, Love to Keep him in Brother One for the gents there at Trentham. We'll stay with that venue and take you over to race number 10 on the card, the Platinum Homes Taranaki Handicap 274 Des. Jonathan Parks will be one of the, outside of the big race, to be one of the shorter priced favourites, Jason, of the day.
He is very short, Des. He's fitted with side winkers, or he'll wear side winkers for that race on tomorrow, or Saturday, which is tomorrow, given we're recording it on Friday, just the day before Saturday. ZX 650, you've got $7 for Wazuzi. Just sorry for giving you an insight into how mucked up my brain is. Sylvester, $8 with nunchucks at $8.26. Shouldn't verbalise the thought process, really, should I?
You know, the oil I was getting about this, about Des, was that Jonathan Parks was booked for a holiday after Wanganui last week. They decided to back up Des this weekend, and Jonathan Parks put his holiday back. So that was the word I was getting. So that's how keen he is on riding Des here.
Where was the holiday? This is material. Like,
yeah,
was it to
Taupo? Kiwi, perhaps. I'm not too sure how far away.
Was it Jonathan, or was it just Bevan not wanting him to go on holiday?
Might have been one of those things. Drawn wide, I don't think it's going to be the worst place to be. Red Rascal, Zedak, Zartan Nunchucks going forward, and Hamiltonian. He's probably going to need this run as well. He's a get-back horse.
There's some good oil. That's some really good oil.
My oil's not always accurate, but that was the oil I was getting.
Well, are you going to trust his oil?
Oh, Aidan's amongst the best high-quality premium oil in the game. The scary thing is the oil that he doesn't deliver that he knows.
It's normally the stuff that just slicks me, and I'm slipping all over the place with my oil.
But speaking about Des, like he's a horse that obviously had significant time off racing. His 2 starts back have been really, really good. He's on the quick backup and quickly stepping up in distance with a gear change. He's short enough, all those things considered, but he has a bit about him to say that he is a winter galloper that should relish the bigger spaces of Trentham, should be able to allow him to get into a rhythm more. He seemed a little bit off. He seemed a little bit on and off the bit in a couple of starts this time, and like at Whanganui, like he sort of stopped and started, and like he came again late in the race after potentially looking beaten, and on the line he was the strongest of all, even though he was second. So he does have a little bit about him, the son of Zed.
He's won 3 of 5. That strike rate's good, and he returned with that win at Waipukurau. Went to the jump outs, won there, and has gone to Wanganui and run second in what was a pretty good race, and behind ambitious winner from the Baker Enforcement team who'd run a good second the start before. So the form is all there. He's the horse to beat.
Is Sylvester underrated a bit? Do you find that he's a bit underrated? Like,
he's honest, and he gets that claim of Charlotte O'Byrne, so that takes the weight down to 56. The previous couple were both pretty solid as well. well. So ZX did beat him home last time out. So I'm thinking ZX just about poised here as well. So those are the three that I had, but I had Death on top.
I'll take you both on with Wazuzu.
Wazuzu?
Here we go.
Nice.
Get
Tell us
back,
why.
Run home type. Just the sort of horse that could get back on a heavy track like it did. Grand National Carnival last year in a rating 75 over 1,800 metres, got back and ran straight past them. So that's my theory. And it's deep enough into a campaign, and it's a Myers.
Did chase home Red Rascal at Wanganui last week as well, and it does come at a kilogram better, but I didn't think there was much between those two.
I just don't think he can do any work. He's just got to be put to sleep.
The only issue is that we saw with the race that Trisha Lee won, that Sylvester Zadak came out of, is that it wasn't really run that quickly, and those horses got back in the race, and like picking up and sprinting on sort of a heavily rain-affected track is not easy. So it'll take, Sometimes these front runners can still run okay on these heavy tracks because they get such easy times of it. But I don't know who leads. I don't know where the tempo comes from in the races.
Well, Red Rascals are one of those horses that will be there for sure, and Nunchucks is another one. But yeah, like you say, there's no habitual leader in the race anyhow.
Okay, that'll be race number 10, the Platinum Homes Taranaki Handicap out of Trentham. 2 meetings in New Zealand on Saturday, Te Rapa, and also Trentham Saturday onto Sunday. We've got a big day of racing internationally here on Trackside 2. tab.co.nz, you'll find all of our bets. Have a good weekend.